Hello, friends. My name is Raisa, and today we're going to be activating our core. What you're going to need is one block. If you do not have a yoga block, you can also use a book or you can use any other object of choice that you do not feel too attached to because we are going to be putting our foot onto this. So, without further ado, let's get started. We're going to be starting in chair pose. So, to really engage our thighs, I want you to bring the block in between both of your legs and then squeeze your legs together, really squeezing the block. And then once you're here, make sure you're rolling your shoulders back, bringing your hands in front of you, and then coming into chair pose. Make sure you're not overarching or coming into a hunch. You just want to find that neutral position here. And then once you're here, notice if you can lower your shoulders even further. Make sure you're still squeezing that block together. We're here for 2 more breaths. 1 more breath here. And then whenever you're ready, take one hand towards the block and then hold that block in front of you. But imagine that you're still squeezing that block in between your thighs. You want to make sure that the weight is on the back of the heel, the back of the foot. And then we're going to be shifting the weight onto one leg, the left leg. And then we're going to gently lift that right foot, hover it, and then bring it back for a lunging pose, also known as crescent pose. So you want to be making sure that your heel is over your toes. And then from here, if you want to sink even further into the posture, you can go ahead and do so, really activating the upper right thigh. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring the block over to the left, and then we're going to bring the block over towards the right. And then we're going to bring it over, really stabilizing, working on stabilizing. And then we're going to do 2 more rounds like this. 1 more round, looking behind the right shoulder, lifting it up and twisting that oblique, coming back to center, taking a breath in, and then jumping or bringing that leg back into squat, staying here, activating the thighs. You're still squeezing that block in between, even though it's not actually in between. Breathing, taking a moment, and then switching onto the right leg, hovering the left toes, bringing that left foot back, making sure the toes and the heels are in alignment, taking a breath in, and then we're bringing it over towards the right, twisting the side body, coming back towards the left, stay grounded. And then come back to twisting the oblique. Find your balance. And then 1 more round here. Twisting, following the block with the eyes. Coming back towards the back of the left shoulder. Bringing it back in front of you, inhaling. And then coming back into that chair pose. Making sure that you're scooping your tailbone, lengthening. Bringing the weight into the heels, inhaling. And then from here, what we're doing is we're widening the stance, walking back. And then we're walking forward. Then we're lowering. And from here, we're coming into squat pulses. So you're pulsing up and down, breathing with intention. And then you're coming back, walking in front, walking behind, squat pulsing, and then lowering down. From here, with the block still in front of you, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be coming into infinity bicycles. So make sure your shoulders are rolled back. Make sure the block is in front of you. Slowly lean back. Find your limit, find where you're comfortable. Inhale, and then lift the legs up. Straighten one leg, bring it around, And then lift the other leg, making an infinity circle. So we're here, activating new muscles, shaking together, building that strength within the core. Make sure you're still breathing, going at your own pace, whatever that may mean for you. Making sure your toes are pointed, making sure the shoulders are away from the ears. Few more rounds. Keep going. Last 3, 2, 1. And then bringing the legs down. And then from here, just take a moment to breathe, to roll your shoulders back. Inhale deeply. And then whenever you're ready, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be slowly with control. If you want, for an added challenge, you can hold your block, holding the block or not holding the block, lowering down into Shavasana, activating your core as you do so, really making sure you're shaking, activating, engaging all the muscles, even slower. Not yet on the mat, slowly getting there. And then finally, when you're on the mat, make sure to avoid any injuries. Your back is flat against the mat. You don't want to be arching upwards. You want to really be rooted on the mat. And then from here, what we're going to be doing is we're going to inhale. And as you exhale, lift the left leg up. And then taking the block, bringing it over for another infinity, but this time we're doing leg raises. So your legs can be straight, or if you want, you can bend the knees, bending the knees into the chest, pointing the toes, whatever variation you prefer. Remember, every practice is about progress, not about perfection. So stay here, practicing, finding what feels most comfortable for you as we stay here for at least 5 more rounds of these alternating leg raises, using that block, activating your core, engaging all your muscles. 2, last round, 1. Bring the feet flat against the mat. Take a moment here. Really notice how alive you are. Really notice the heartbeat. If you can feel the heartbeat reverberating through you. And then from here, what we're going to be doing is, again, making sure our spine is flat against the mat. We're going to be doing toe touches with the block. So again, you're holding that block in front of you. You're lifting up your legs. And again, if you need to keep the knees bent, you can go ahead and do so. We're going to be doing at least 10 to maybe 15 toe touches. So straighten the legs, lift the block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, let's do 5 extra, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. From here, bend the knees, and then take your block, bring that block underneath you, underneath the left foot, and then slide the block to a comfortable distance. We're going to be coming into bridge poses with one of the legs raised. So a variation of bridge pose where we really activate the glutes. So again, make sure the distance of the block from your body is comfortable for you. When you're ready, bring the palms really into the mat, each fingertip pressing into the mat, the foot really planting into the block, heel pressing down, inhale. And as you exhale, we're gonna just lift our hips up, really squeezing the glutes, the thighs. And then from here, taking a breath in, and then straightening that right leg, and then dropping down, and then coming back up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then from here, just stay here, holding. If you want, you can draw circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. 2 more breaths. And then come down. And then using the right foot, sliding it over the block. And then from here, again, make sure you're comfortable. Make sure your fingertips are planted on the mat. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lift your hips up. Make sure you're engaging the muscles. Breathe in yet again. And then straighten that left leg. And then lower. 1, 2. You're not always lowering. You're just lowering it enough to bounce back up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it for 2 breaths. And then lower. And then using both of your feet, using your coordination, bring both feet onto the block. And then bring that block towards your hands. And then from here, we're going to be coming into diamond crunches. So we're opening up in butterfly, taking a moment here. Preparing for 20 diamond crunches together. Focusing not on speed, but instead on really performing each posture correctly, really using the counting to engage the muscles and not rush through the workout. 1 more breath in. And then we're gonna start. 1. And again, if you want to come fully up, you can. If you just want to come a little bit up, you can do that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wherever you are, lift your shoulders off the mat. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 5 more, 16, 17, 18, 19, last one, 20. And then from here, again, really slowly, bring yourself back down, engaging for the final time. And then releasing the block, straightening the legs, coming into Shavasana. And then we're just going to come into a quick hip opener, especially because we've been using and activating the muscles within the leg, especially the hamstrings. So we're going to come into happy baby pose, meaning you're bringing both of your knees towards your chest. And then from here, bringing the hands in between the thighs. And then I want you to either hold the big toe or hold the edge of your feet. And then come into happy baby variation of choice. If you want, you can rock side to side. Wherever you are, make sure your hips remain firmly planted on the mat. Really grounding yourself. avoiding any type of injury by not overstretching the muscles. Make sure you're taking deep breaths in. We're here for 4 more breaths. 3 more breaths. 2 more breaths here. And a final breath in. Whenever you're ready, bring your feet back together in Namaste. And then from there, slowly releasing and allowing yourself to come into a Shavasana variation. Or if you want, you can come into full Shavasana. For today, that's all we will be doing. So thank you for tuning in. Namaste. If you want, you can repeat this video as many times as you like to really get that core going. Hope you have a good day. Bye.